Hey guys, this is Ben with Joe's Gaming and Electronics, here with a repair video. Today, I'll be showing you how to replace the battery on a pair of Beats X. All of the parts and tools that will be used in this video are available on our website linked below. So let's get started. If you have an old pair of Beats X that is used and abused, just worn out, and doesn't power on, I'll show you how to check if the battery is the issue. So first you'll want to grab your lightning cable, plug it in, and you'll start seeing this sequence of lights. It should go red, white, a few times. And now it's just shining solid white. So this is a good indicator that the battery is bad. So I'll go ahead and grab my heat gun. What you're going to want to do is go to the side that has the power button. This is the side that the battery is in. You're going to want to heat up both sides of this part where the plastic connects to the rubber. So we'll start with this side. You want to heat it up right around the seam. Get it on both sides. This will make the glue on the inside soft and easier to take off. And now what you want to do is just hold it between your thumbs like this and pry it back until you get the housing to start coming off a little, just like that. And now we have that opening. So we have one side out, and now we want to go to the other side and pry that back as well until we get that side to come out. Now the glue has been undone and we can just pull it straight out just like that. Now at this point you'll start feeling some more resistance, and that's because this wire is being stuck into the housing like that, and you can see because of this old rubber it's bulging around that housing. So we'll want to use a flathead screwdriver, get underneath that housing over that rubber and just push that in. Now that that's inside of the housing, we can go ahead and keep on pulling this right out. And any of this excess glue, you can just peel away and throw that away. So most likely this power button will just fall right out. So don't lose this, we'll be putting this back in at the end. You can go ahead and peel these wires back from the battery, just like that. And then there's also this cover covering up the board and the connections to the battery. So you can go ahead and just use a screwdriver and carefully just pop that cover right off. Just like that. Now, we've exposed the battery terminals and the speaker terminals, and you're going to want to unsolder this gray wire, the black ground wire, and this white wire. And they're also labeled with the minus and the plus on the battery. But first, they're covered with a little bit of glue, so you want to get underneath that glue and pry it off. And be careful not to get any of these chips here. These are very fragile. Once you have that glue off, you can go ahead and use some flux. This will help get the solder off. This isn't totally necessary, but it does make the process a little bit easier. So I just apply the flux to the gray, black, and white terminals. Just like that. Then I'll use my soldering iron. Get some fresh solder on there. And then the best way to do this is hold it between your fingers just like this, and then pry back on the battery while you're unsoldering these terminals. And that will get them to just come right off. Just like that. Now we can pry that battery off. It will be held on by that tape, and that tape isn't absolutely necessary to have on there, so we can just get rid of this battery, throw that tape away. Now we'll grab our fresh battery, make sure these wires are all lined up, like so, and place it right onto this metal wire as it was before. And now, to make the process a little easier again, I'm going to add a little bit more flux to these terminals. And I'll go ahead and line up this gray wire first. This can be a little bit tricky because the terminals are so small. I'll get my soldering iron, Go ahead and start with that terminal. There we go. That one looks like it's good. Now we'll move on to the black one. Solder that one on as well. Looks like a good connection. Now finally, the white one. And now you can see that the unit's powering back on. And it should turn right on. That's our indication that we've put in a good battery and the unit's good to go now. I'll go ahead and turn it off. And then you want to put these wires back on the bottom side of the battery. No need to worry about the tape. We'll grab this cover that we pulled off before, put it back on. And you want to make sure that this clear part of the cover is lining up with the light so that when you go and press it, you can see the light through that. Let's turn that back off. Now we want to pull the housing back over the battery. And there might be a little bit of excess glue here, just like that. We can pull that right off. And if there's a little bit left in that housing, we can pull that off as well. Make sure that wire is lined up. And then also make sure that this opening is lined up with where the button should be. Now here comes the tricky bit. We're going to want to get our button and line this up. Make sure that the clear part is lined up with the light again. And then what you're going to want to do is press it in tightly and just push that housing right over. Now the button will still be pressed in. And then push it all the way through. And that's good to go. Now at this point, sometimes there's enough of a hold here that this wire won't just come out. But if you want to be absolutely sure that this holds in place, we can go ahead and glue it. So as we did before, you could pry it back a little bit and open it back up just to reveal that white plastic bit right there, or that tannish plastic. And then I'll use some super glue. Here we just use some Insecure Plus, it's a Hobbytown super glue. But any old super glue should work just fine. So I'll go ahead and apply some super glue right where that notch is. Right there, and then I'll apply some more super glue on this side. Now just push it back over. And then if you have any excess super glue, you can go ahead and use some goof off and a towel and just clean that up. And there you have it. That's how you replace the battery on a pair of Beats X. Turn it on, you can go ahead and pair it and go rock out again. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions regarding this repair or tutorial in the comments, please leave a comment in the comment section below and we'll do our best to reply to your comments. Please like and subscribe to our channel if you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching and I hope you have a fantastic day.